The story begins by introducing a woman named Drasa, a trained sniper with a rare talent. She can survive in a hole for 10 days to complete her mission, shooting a target who just stepped out of a plane. Switching to New York, the story follows a man named Levi. Like Drasa, Levi is an experienced and skilled sniper with a rare talent for long-range shooting. He has been unemployed for about a year after deciding to leave the military. While relaxing by the beach, Levi receives a message from a company offering him a job. Since he needs money, he accepts the offer. This is Martha. Martha is the head of a private company that collaborates with the military. She immediately reviews Levi's records, which list him as a former elite sniper with around 270 confirmed kills. Impressed by his experience, Martha offers him a suitable job. By September, Levi is already on a plane after accepting the job. Strangely, he is not told who his target is or where the location is. He only has to follow instructions and immediately skydive from the plane. Levi must travel 38 kilometers through the forest, cross rivers, climb cliffs, and face extreme terrain to reach the designated location. Levi arrives at his destination, a deep, long gorge covered in thick fog. There he meets a soldier called JD, who has been stationed there alone for a year. JD takes Levi to the tower, explaining that he has been working there with all his needs provided, food, weapons, and ammunition, without knowing the full details of his mission. Levi must replace JD and will be stationed there alone for the next year. Moreover, he is informed that their job is highly classified. There is no communication with the outside world. Levi's only task is to monitor the fog-covered gorge. The gorge is surrounded by barbed wire, explosive mines, automated sensors, and a cloaking satellite that prevents the location from being detected by technologies like Google Earth. Levi's only work partner is someone in the opposite tower, representing another country. This operation has been ongoing for about 75 years since World War II, with tower guards being replaced annually. Curious, Levi asks what lies beneath the gorge. The soldier simply replies, "It's hard to explain, but if something climbs up from below, shoot it, prevent it from reaching the surface, and complete your duty." Whether this is related to a mythical creature that has existed for thousands of years or something more dangerous, Levi is not told what he actually has to face. After the job handover, JD leaves for his pickup point. A helicopter arrives to take him home. However, something unexpected happens. JD is eliminated under orders from headquarters to maintain the secrecy of the location. In October, after a month there, Levi gets used to his routine, checking the cloaking satellite, ensuring the barbed wire remains intact, inspecting the automated weapon system, and submitting monthly reports. That is when he discovers records left by previous tower guards, complete with their dates. One note from 1947 reads, "Only those who will risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go." For the first time after a month, Levi sees his distant partner, a woman, and it turns out to be Drasa, the professional sniper introduced at the beginning of the story. This proves that those recruited to guard the towers are individuals with rare talents. In November, 2 months after Levi and Drasa became tower guards, they start communicating through written messages viewed with long-range binoculars. Besides getting to know each other, they also test their shooting skills to determine who is better. However, their fun suddenly ends when Drasa sees something below Levi's tower. Whatever it is, she immediately provides support by firing her machine gun. After successfully preventing the creatures from climbing up, tension rises again as Drasa hears something climbing her tower. It turns out this is only the beginning. A horde of monsters emerges from below, breaking past the safe boundary and activating the automatic sensors. The next morning, Levi immediately repairs all damages from the iron fence to the hanging mines. While Drasa watches him from a distance, a small unmanned aircraft, a futuristic drone, suddenly appears from the thick fog below and flies away without warning. In December, on Christmas Eve, Levi makes a Christmas tree from lights he finds in the storage room. This makes Drasa happy, and they celebrate together, playing long-distance chess and drumming on makeshift instruments. In February, after 6 months there, Drasa suddenly misses his routine patrol. Levi starts to wonder until that night, Drasa reveals, "It is a hard day. I wish somehow you could be here with me." Levi then plans to meet him. He makes a rope launcher to cross to Drasa's tower. Drasa is surprised by Levi's action. After securing the rope tightly, Levi does not cross right away. He tidies up his mustache and beard first to look neater in front of Drasa.
I brought you flowers.
Finally, they meet and have dinner together. This moment ends with a more intimate connection.
I love it.
The next morning, Levi prepares to return, but suddenly his rope snaps and he falls into the gorge. This happens when creatures climbing up accidentally trigger a hanging mine. Drasa quickly gets ready for a rescue. She lands in a rushing river and accidentally drops the automatic hoist she was supposed to use to climb back up. Drasa manages to get back to land, but Levi is now trapped and unconscious on a tree, right as a giant caterpillar slowly approaches him. After successfully shooting the creature, Levi gets trapped again by another creature, living roots with fangs and a natural adhesive that keeps him from escaping. Just in time, Drasa arrives and rescues him. The surprises are not over yet. The fog grows thicker, and suddenly they are attacked by creatures riding horses. After taking them down, Levi and Drasa walk through the dense mist until they reach an abandoned city. The city appears to have been deserted for a long time, with cracked ground from past earthquakes. What really happened in this city at the bottom of the gorge remains a mystery. Realizing the danger of staying in an open area, Levi and Drasa enter an old church filled with dried human corpses. As they scan their surroundings, a strange creature suddenly appears. It has the body of a spider, but the skull of a human. Whatever this thing is, they must fight to survive. The creature attacks relentlessly. Finally, Drasa uses an explosive to create a large hole, allowing them to escape the terrifying church. Once outside, they run until they reach a massive underground bunker. Inside the bunker, they discover that it is actually a secret research laboratory. Levi accidentally finds an old film reel and plays it to learn what's inside. In the old film footage, a scientist, the leader of a secret government project, appears. All secrets are revealed. In the 1940s, when World War II ended, this secret project was also developing biochemical weapons just as deadly. However, during the research process, a massive earthquake caused a leak and a horrifying disaster. The leak triggered genetic mutations, merging human DNA with plants, animals, water, and every living thing within a 4.9-kilometer radius. As a result, the strange creatures they encountered were all products of this catastrophe. Levi and Drasa find a room containing modern computers that could not possibly be from the 1940s. When Levi turns on the computer, they discover a shocking truth about the person who recruited them, Martha. It turns out she is the leader of a private company called Dark Lake, which specializes in genetic research and defense. Martha has deliberately kept the Gorge a secret as a research sample to create a super soldier army for the defense of the United States. Levi also finds a folder titled Stray Dog, an emergency protocol in case of a biochemical leak or if the secret is exposed. This protocol activates a massive warhead that will detonate within a radius of approximately 4.2 kilometers. Finished with the laboratory, Levi and Drasa go out to find a way up the cliff. However, during the search, Drasa gets caught in a rope trap set by one of the mysterious creatures riding a horse. Following the tracks, Levi manages to locate Drasa, who has been taken to a massive pit containing an undetonated missile. Drasa is tied up and suspended by creatures that appear to be half human, half tree. It is clear that these creatures were once humans or soldiers exposed to biochemical contamination. As the creature prepares to attack, Drasa swings her body, and just in time, Levi arrives to rescue her. After the creature dies, they rush to find a way back up the gorge. But they soon encounter mutated plants exactly like those described in the old film footage. The biochemical leak fuses human DNA with plants, creating a horrifying sight. As they try to step carefully, Drasa accidentally steps on one of the plants, forcing Levi to intervene and help her. Once she is safe, Drasa fires an explosive shot to eliminate the threat. After reaching the surface, they walk to a warehouse containing an old jeep with a strong winch. Using their knowledge and experience, they manage to start the vehicle and drive to the location where Levi's rope snapped.
There, that's it.
They secure the rope to the Jeep's winch, preparing to climb. But as expected, another challenge arises. As they attempt to climb, several wooden creatures emerge and attack them. Just as they pass through the thick fog, the creatures start to climb after them. In a tense moment, Levi and Drasa ignite gasoline to burn the creatures and successfully reach the top of the ravine safely. Wasting no time, Levi returns to the tower using Drasa's grappling launcher. As soon as he arrives, he immediately makes his monthly report using a satellite phone. To his surprise, the call connects to Martha, who has just received an alert about the computer in the Gorge being activated. She demands that Levi confess who was responsible. While explaining the super soldier project, Martha also decides to execute whoever turned on the computer. Since Levi refuses to admit anything, she threatens to eliminate his partner in the opposite tower, Drasa. Realizing the danger, Levi and Drasa come up with a contingency plan. They plant explosives on all cloaking satellites to prepare for Martha and her troops' arrival. When Martha finally gets there, she finds no trace of Levi. Aware that Levi and Drasa have conspired to escape, she deploys several military drones to track them down. Once they manage to deal with the drones, Levi and Drasa fire at the explosives planted on the satellites. These satellites were originally used to prevent the spread of the thick biochemical fog. With the satellites destroyed and their shields gone, the Stray Dog protocol activates, triggering a massive explosion with a radius of 4.2 kilometers. Martha immediately flees in a helicopter to reach a safe distance. Meanwhile, Levi and Drasa sprint toward the safe zone. As Levi struggles to run with his injured leg and Martha fears for her life, the explosion erupts. Martha's helicopter fails to escape, and Levi's fate remains unknown. The only survivor is Drasa, who eventually returns to her hometown. In April, 2 months after the incident, Drasa lives a normal life as a waitress at a restaurant in a tourist area. Out of nowhere, Levi reappears. He has survived the explosion.